Hello, this is Beaker Pal, video game collector / voice actor fan, etc. Welcome to a very special video, and one that I've been absolutely excited to do for ages now, because this is an unboxing video for something that just recently came out, or rather something that I pre-ordered a long while ago, and it just recently came to my house today. But first, before I show you that, there's a new little Pokemon friend that's here to join in the celebrations on this particularly exciting day. And as you can see over there, it is the Paldea starter, Quaxly, from the Build-A-Bear range, the Pokemon Build-A-Bear range. As you can see, he's a cute, adorable little cuddly duckling, and he's even got a little swimsuit as well. And, of course, his voice thing. Oh, very, very cute. So nice to have him in my little Build-A-Bear collection, and he can just sit over there for a sec, because the big thing in question is a Blu-ray set that I pre-ordered last year, but it got a bit delayed because they wanted to spend some time making it as good as possible, of course, and that Blu-ray set in question is Thunderbirds, the 60th anniversary collector's edition. Well, technically it's now 61 years old this year, but I digress. So yes, Thunderbirds on Blu-ray. It's very shiny, comes off the camera because of it, and it's finally on Blu-ray the way it was meant to be seen, in 4:3. Because up until this release, it didn't fare well at all in terms of Blu-ray releases over here, because the first release of this was by ITV themselves, and for whatever reason, they chose to crop the footage into widescreen. So what they did was take the 4:3 image and then zoom it in to 16:9 to try and fit widescreen TVs. So there were countless times where the top of heads will get cut off and stuff, and I don't know, the whole look like a fucking boiled potato or something. It just looked really, really shit, and fans were not particularly pleased, to say the least. But there was a bit of hope, a small bit of hope, when Network did a compilation Blu-ray set that came with, filmed with Super Mario Nation, which was a documentary covering Gerry and Sylvia Anderson's Super Mario Nation work. And that included one episode, Terror in New York City, I believe, which was in 4:3, and it looked really, really good, possibly better than ITV's Blu-ray release. And I believe they did another compilation set, and that gave fans a bit of hope that maybe one day Network would get around to doing a complete series Thunderbirds set. But unfortunately, as we all know by now, Network ended up closing down a long while ago, and that was the end of that. So we were still stuck with the crappy, cropped widescreen Blu-ray release, unless you were to import it, the Japanese release from another country. But years later, for the 60th anniversary, Anderson Entertainment announced they were going to be doing a collector's edition Blu-ray set in 4:3, the way it was supposed to be seen, countless special features and all that sort of stuff. But as I mentioned a little earlier, it was supposed to come out towards the end of 2025, but it was delayed until this year so that they could put in some more stuff and make it the best possible release of the show. And now, on this very day, here it is, in my hand, on my bed, with these guys staring at it. It feels weird, but absolutely bloody delightful to have this thing in my collection, which I pre-ordered off Zavvi, if you're wondering. Right, so enough chit-chat, I've already gone on for 4 bloody minutes. Let's take a look at the actual thing itself. So first off, I'm going to show the card thing, which actually was shrink-wrapped. It didn't have any stuff on it, so it immediately came out. So there you go, 60th Anniversary Collector's Edition, released by the folks at Anderson Entertainment. And then here's the back of it, which has all the info you could possibly want. So yes, the complete series in high definition, fully restored in its original 4:3 aspect ratio from the original film elements. It is an 11-disc set. It has all 32 episodes with the choice of the original mono audio or the enhanced 5.1 audio. So the enhanced 5.1 audio, that was the stuff that Carlton did when they remastered the show, and that was on the VHS. and the DVD releases of the show. This is the first time, I believe, ever, I might be wrong on that, but this is the first time that the original mono audio has been made available. And you can choose the 5.1 audio if you so like, if you were into that kind of thing, which I grew up with the 5.1 audio, plus the 50th anniversary specials released together for the first time in this sort of way, because the only way you could get them back then was if you were, I think, part of the Kickstarter and you got the Blu-ray with it, but that's now out of print and goes for a ridiculous amount of money. But it's all in this set now, so you don't have to pay stupid money to get those free. And you have 8 hours of special features. You've got a brand new feature-length documentary, a new mini Super Mario Nation adventure, and all new commentaries, plus rare archive material, documentaries, audio dramas, vintage promos, and a whole lot of other stuff. Plus a 110-page episode guide booklet and 6 exclusive cutaway posters by artist Graham Bleefman. So a lot of stuff in this set, definitely packed to say the least. So in terms of technical specifications, 1.33.1, so of course 4x3. You have mono 5.1, as I said before. Subtitles in English, just for the main feature though, not the special features. And it is 20,080 minutes approximately, and it is also region free, so region A, B, C, it will work on all Blu-ray players, which is very, very nice to see. So that's the card. Let's take a look at the actual box itself, and boy, this thing looks absolutely lovely. So as you can see, you've got an image of all the main characters from the show. So you've got Scott, Alan, Gordon, Parker, Lady Penelope, Jeff, Brains, and nearly all the Thunderbirds, Thunderbirds 1 to 4. And the Thunderbirds logo, as you can, I don't think you can make it out, but the logo is embossed, and funnily enough, also the Anderson Entertainment logo is a shiny as well. So take a look at the back of it. You've got the Thunderbirds logo and the Anderson one again. And then on the back, you've got the Evil Hood getting the back cover all to himself. Well, aside from Thunderbird 5 hanging out in the distance, but I digress. Oh, excuse me. Getting a bit too excited there, calling the camera for a sec. And then on the top, you've got the Thunderbirds logo, and then nothing at the bottom. So, of course, it's the stuff on the inside that counts, so let's take a look at all that stuff on the inside, beginning with the posters themselves by Graham Bleefman. So I'm going to show you one. This is for the Gray and Houseman tractor. I'm not going to fully get these out because otherwise it's going to take a bit of time. But there you go, that's a bit of the inside. This one is the KLA satellite. And then there's this one. And then there's the Atlantic monorail hanging over the edge of the broken bridge. So yeah, there's actually quite a few of these. I'm sure they're very, very nice, very detailed. The artwork on these by Graham Bleefman is absolutely fantastic. Then you have got the episode guide, the booklet itself that covers the entire series. So I'll just give you a quick look inside. So there's the iconic intro with them all there. And then you've got all the disc contents, so this has all the episodes. So disc 1 to 8 is, of course, the series itself, and then disc 9 is the anniversary episodes. So then the special features, you have got Fabblebox, that's an all-new mini Super Mario Nation adventure featuring Lady Penelope and Parker, voiced by Guinevere Gaunt and John Colshaw. Thunderbirds Rebooted, a brand new documentary that explores the many reboot attempts across different formats and generations. Nosy Parker is Go, an exclusive new HD remaster of a fan tribute comedy show, now with newly recorded dialogue from the late great David Graham, God bless his soul, and there's also a commentary for that as well. Textless materials from countless episodes. Fab at 60, that's the brand new feature-length documentary, and that's also available to watch on ITVX. Two VHS compilation tapes, Great Disasters and Great Rescues, that were released in 1995, and those were in VHS quality. Talking Thunderbirds, a collection of archive interviews featuring the cast and crew. And then disc 11 is basically a ton of special features. So you've got All About Thunderbirds, which was a 2008 documentary aired as part of BBC4's Thunderbirds Night, and that was also included on ITV's Blu-ray set, the infamous cropped one. Thunderbirds in Concert, which is a collection of Thunderbirds music played by a full orchestra, which is taken from Stand By for Action 2. Century 21 Tech Talks, which is some technical videos examining the technology of international rescue, hosted by Brains and Jeff Tracy. The Thunderbirds Companion, that was on the UK DVD releases and also the Blu-ray, and that's made its way over here. And then we've got the machines, the characters, and Lady Penelope and Parker, which I believe are actually bits from the Companion that I think Carlton tried to pass off as extra features, which is a bit cheeky of them. Of course, this is not Anderson Entertainment's fault, it's just what they did. But they are included here anyway. The Making of Thunderbirds, a short little documentary that offers a behind-the-scenes look at the series production, a bunch of vintage trailers and adverts, an audio drama, which is Brains is Dead, the Japanese opening titles, a short little promo, and a Carlton restoration promotion that was produced for MIP. And then after that, you've got the credits for the people involved with the Blu-ray, and then a viewing companion giving you detail on the production, which I'm not going to show, I don't want to spoil it. And then an episode guide for each and every episode of the show, so it gives you the air day, who wrote and directed it, guest cast, little info about the episode, and then some interesting little trivia and tidbits and some info on the characters in the episode. So yeah, definitely a lot of information on this one. And then you've got some restoration notes and a little message by Gerry Anderson. So there you go. Episode guide, plenty of info to be gotten from this. And then the real meat and potatoes of the set. The discs themselves, all housed with some artwork of the Thunderbirds and the machines in action. So you got Thunderbirds 3 and 4 there, and there's Thunderbird 2. And Thunderbird 1 on the back, as well as, I think, the Fire Flash. Then you've got the recovery vehicle, there's Lady Penelope and Fab 1. And there's that monorail. So here we go. We have got all the discs in there. Plenty of discs here. I'm not going to take all the discs out, but there is disc 1 and disc 2. And there's definitely been a lot of dedication put into this, because there's also this thing right here which prevents the discs from feeling like they're stacking on top of each other. So massive shout out to them for doing that. So of course you've got on the disc are all the Thunderbirds themselves, Scott, Jeff, Gordon and Alan and all that. And then we move over to the other side. We've got Lady Penelope. And then, of course, Parker. Yes, milady, on disc 8. Then, of course, you got Brains. That's disc 9. The Hood on disc 10. Can't have, disc art without the Hood. And then Kirano getting a spot all to himself with disc 11, which is the massive special features disc. So yes, that is the Thunderbirds 60th anniversary set. A release that I have been looking forward to for absolutely ages now, and I absolutely cannot wait to eventually check these discs out and see how gorgeous this new release is. So thank you for watching this massive 14-minute long video showing you this brand new Thunderbirds box set. I believe it properly comes out on Monday, I think in various stores, so if you do see it, it is definitely worth picking this up for the true, authentic Thunderbirds experience on Blu-ray. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.